Hey everybody, 100 Eyes here. I want to make a video about No Rest for the Wicked and offhands. I feel like right now No Rest is lacking on offhands. I know the class system is coming out soon and it'll be a lot of changes. Well, not soon. It's probably coming out in a little bit, but kind of soon. But I feel like it's going to make a lot of changes to the game and how it works, but I still think there would be room in the game for more offhands. It would give more build diversity. You'd be able to, you know, do different things, different supports, and yeah, just build diversity. I think it'd be awesome for build diversity in the game because right now for offhands you only have the shield, the torch, and the quiver. I used to have bow, but bow now is a two-handed weapon. But and I think they're gonna change. They said they're gonna add in runes and stuff for the shield and the torch. Like I'm assuming you'll be able to like blow fire with the torch and like do some other stuff. Maybe have like some shield skills. Maybe throw shield or something like that, or different shield attacks. Maybe buffs or something with the shield. But yeah, I just want to go over some of my ideas. I've been in the forums before, but now I'm making videos, so I think maybe it'll be good. Maybe the devs will see the videos. I don't know if they see everything on the forums, but whatever. Video's fun. Uh, so right now we know already that they have a pipe coming, so it'll be like an offhand pipe that you can smoke, and it will give you like buffs for your character. It's kind of cool. There might also possibly be a trick bag. One of the classes was a trickster, and they had a one-hand trick bag, but that might be like a main hand item now. And I think maybe you'd be able to throw bombs and stuff with that, and do some other shenanigans. But uh, I'm gonna show you my ideas right now. Um, I'm just gonna hop right into it. So my first idea would be like a scepter, an offhand scepter. Um, I know in the class system too, they have like a Templar class that it says uses a scepter, but maybe they could call this something else. I don't know. I have pulled up right now. I have a PoE2 Stoic scepter. This one gives you energy shield in PoE2, but obviously we're not gonna just copy PoE2. I'm just like showing this as like a reference. But my idea for the scepter offhand, I got some. Oh no, scepter. So yeah, they have the Templar. I would say like it would be like a different type of shield, maybe like a support one, with the block similar to how you block in Super Smash Brothers. And when you take more damage, it shrinks and then eventually stuns you, and you can use it to block and then like regenerate back. It regenerates back slowly. But I got another picture here, and see like how in Smash Bros you have like that orb. I think that would be so perfect, and No Rest for the Wicked as like a block, other than the regular shield block, and because the shield block I think just mitigates damage uh, by a little bit. This one you could make it so that it like totally blocks the damage, but then as it takes more damage, say it blocks 200 damage, as it takes 200 damage, it shrinks down, and then it will stun you if it gets to zero. Um, I think that would be actually so fun in No Rest for the Wicked, especially when PvP comes out. Types of runes you could have. You could maybe get like runes for it for support. You could like support your teammate with barriers. So they got like barriers now in the game. So if you had this, you can also boost your teammates' barriers with a rune. That would be cool. Um, I think also like it could have runes to give your teammates like elemental resistances, or maybe even like auras. I think he said he didn't want auras in this game, but I think it'd be balanced if you like gained focus and then you get an aura for like 10 seconds or 20 seconds. or you could even get like affixes that increase the amount of time that you have an aura. But imagine if you just gain some focus and then you use your focus to gain elemental resistance for you and your whole party for like 20 seconds or maybe longer. I think that would be really good. Type of affixes you could have on the scepter. You might ask too, like, why would you want a scepter? Like, dodging is probably good or better. But like, if you're just holding this, and just like when you use a shield too, if you're holding block with a shield, it's so much easier to parry or like not be afraid when you're trying to parry, because you'll take less damage. So it'd be good for that. It'd be good for parrying. I also put as an affix maybe like damage absorbed could be more damage dealt. So like, say if you absorb a bunch of damage, that like 20% of the damage you absorb goes into like your next attack or something like that. The devs at Moon are pretty smart. I think they could figure out something like that. You could get an affix that lets you absorb more damage, faster recharge, or quicker recharge rate. And then just like other defensive affixes that are already in the game, you could have them the option to roll those, and like thorns and such. But yeah, that's the first offhand I suggest. I think it would be really cool. A different way to block, support for your teammates. You can get runes for auras and stuff. I think it would be sick. I think it would be really good, especially for PvP blocking with this, similar to like Smash Bros. That'd be so good. Alright, now for the second weapon. This one is my personal favorite, and I honestly really hope they add it into the game. A frying pan offhand. That's right. So many classic games, like old school RPGs and stuff like that, there's always been like a cook class, and I think that's died down so hard. I think this game, No Rest, is actually perfect for a cook class. You could have, yeah, offhand frying pan. Where's my notes? The main attack could be like maybe just like a smack on the head, like with heavy stagger damage, or maybe you could like throw oil on them, and whenever you do fire damage after, it will like ignite them even harder or leave like burning ground. Runes and stuff that you could cook anywhere. Like I said, throw oil, or increase your allies' max health, maybe with like a aura too. The aura could work there too, or maybe just other things like a little buff, little shout or something, or throw some food at them. This I think would be awesome. This is like frying pan. It's like your main thing is food, so like a splash shield whenever you use your food, or the Kirby Kiss. I don't know if you know what the Kirby Kiss is, if you played Kirby back in the day, but Kirby back in the day, you'd be able to like eat your food, and then you like run up to your co-op player, your teammate, and you just give them a little kiss, and you share the health with them. So here's a little picture of that. So you got the Mega Tomato, and he's going over there and kissing him with it. So good. Like, I think that would be so good in this game. You just like share your health with the food you just used if you're running the frying pan offhand. Affixes like higher hunger limit, and there's so many affixes right now that they added into the game that weren't in there before, where like if you eat food, you gain a barrier, or you gain attack damage for a little bit. So you can make this with all those affixes. You can make like just a straight up like food build. It'd be so good. I think. I really hope they add a frying pan offhand to this game. That'd be so fun. Chance for food not to count as a hunger limit. Maybe like increasing the buffs you get from certain foods. And I think it would be really funny if like maybe if your character uses the frying pan, or if you have like a hunger limit that's higher than 10, which is 10 is the max right now, that if they made it so that your character like just gets a little bit fatter, I think it would be hilarious. Just a fat little character. But yeah, frying pan. I think that would be awesome. And then I have one more, which would be like a cross, an idol, or an ankh or something. Just like a just like a symbol or item like for like like faith or like a cleric type class. I know they're coming out with a cleric, but even so, I think this could be a good offhand for like a healer if you wanted to be a healer and not be a cleric and still have like a bunch of good healing stuff. Your main thing there would be like a holy bolt or like a heal. Holy bolt, I could imagine like if anyone played PD2, the holy bolt in that game, I made a paladin with a holy bolt in that game. Is so good, especially when you're like running maps. You can just like shoot them and it does damage and it splits into like 3 I think in that game, and it heals your teammates and then it also damages the enemies. I think it'd be really good in Wicked, the way it works right now. You can balance it by keeping the damage really low and keeping the heals like really low, like 5 health and like 5 damage or something like that. But you could just like spam it and kind of like heal your teammate and do a little poke damage to the enemies too. Obviously an offhand, so you can use that as like a ranged weapon, and then like a sword or something in the other hand to actually do damage. Runes for like higher tier heals for the party. So you could even have like other cool heal attacks, like maybe like a chain heal. Or I think really good too would be like an expensive revive, like say it costs like 200 focus and you can just like revive one of your teammates from far away, or like one that costs even more focus and just like revives the whole entire team. Just like that would be a clutch revive thing. I know they had it in a lot of RPGs back in the day. The clear class would also have like a crazy revive. And then just like affixes on it could be like more heals. Just a bunch of stuff for healing. Just basically, yeah, use all your focus on heals for your teammates and stuff like that. I think it would be really good. And saying that, like, obviously running a one-handed weapon with an offhand seems like it'd be better in this game. I think they should do something for two-handed weapons, like maybe two-handed weapons should get an extra gem slot or something like that, or like maybe one more extra affix would balance it out. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. Hopefully you like my ideas for more offhands, and I really think they could add a lot more offhands. These are just 3 ideas that I had and I just whipped up really quick. I really love the frying pan offhand and I think it would be so good in this game. Yeah, splash heals or the Kirby heal, that would be fucking hilarious. That'd be so good. Yeah. Thanks for watching my video. Comment, subscribe. See you later.